Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 252, and it is part of the Shadowfall story arc. I want to thank all of our amazing patrons at patreon.com/adventureinc who make the show possible, who allow us to do all of the really awesome things that we get to do. We just recorded an amazing patron episode for February that I'm very excited to share with everybody. I think they're going to have a lot of fun with it. It was a very exciting, cool guest for us, so you definitely want to be a patron and check that out. You do not want to miss it. As soon as it gets announced, there we go. I think you're going to be excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. I just want to remind everyone about the shirts we have up at adventureincpod.com/shop. Go over there and check them out, especially the limited edition ones, because it is almost March. And when March hits, those shirts are going to disappear. New shirts are going to take their place. And I think that, you don't want to miss out on your opportunity. So head over there and check it out and get yours today before they're gone. And speaking of March, it's just around the corner. And what comes with March but Adventure March? So keep an eye on our social media for the next couple of days. We'll be releasing the schedule, I think probably this week sometime, for what is to come in March. And get it on your calendar because you aren't going to want to miss it. We're very excited. This is obviously going to be a very big Adventure March as we close out the storyline and talk about all of those things and really build into the finale, which will be right there at the end of March, in theory, assuming everything goes according to plan. I guess we'll have to find out. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth the monk.
Lighter subject, how's the whole corruption of the Iora Church going?
On a lighter subject?
Yeah.
Jebeddo, the rogue.
We're basically family. So do you want to admit to your family that all you want to do is learn how to read so that you can read pornos?
Jennuvera, the sorcerer.
Oh my god, guys, it worked! The plan worked!
High fives!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! We should have a plan more often!
Asher, the druid barbarian.
With my nipples? Why are my nipples not convincing?
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated. Let's get started. 3 days have passed in this place. On the first day, you tried to, after getting some rest, trying to get some food in you, I'm sure some of you tried to get your things together and get back out there. Redbridge, Kaelith, they shut it down. They said,
we got it.
You're still too hurt. You need rest. You need recuperation. And more importantly, they have a gathering of people coming here very soon, within the next couple of days, to try and determine what to do next.
But I'm so bored.
And that gives us a couple of days to find things. Come on.
Redbridge pulls you aside, Jebeddo, after 4 hours of you trying so hard to get out. She pulls you into, a side room, and she's like, I know that this is hard for you, Jebeddo, but even if you could run out there and handle the shadow on your own, which I'm sure you think you could, look at those people you are with. They aren't ready for this. They need to rest, and we need to plan. It is too dangerous to run out there and just do.
You're not wrong, but we're the only people that have the experience dealing with this stuff. People are dying.
And that's why you need to stay. Because you're the only ones with the experience. If we have a shot at doing anything real, it's going to be you.
All right. Fine.
I don't like it either. We can just both not like it together.
I'm gonna need more ale.
Okay, me too.
Gebeddo smiles at that.
Yeah. So they are gathering as many people as they can from the group of important people in New Merida to try and determine what exactly we're going to do about the shadow. Not dissimilar to when you sat down at the summit or when you met outside of the compound. These are the people who you have grown to have connections with. And so, but calling them back isn't easy. Getting Clyde off the front lines where he is leading soldiers against the shadow. And the same for the King of Bradmont. Obviously, some of the other kings were a little more accessible for this particular meeting. And already you have seen Kaelith come and go a few times. He's weaving together teleportation networks to this place to create a central place that they can bring all of the people to this meeting. So, Keth, your 24 hours expires. And I think probably Asher pulls you aside at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner is being prepared for everybody else.
I'm not gonna get you. I'm not gonna get you a boar.
So
I'm not gonna get you anything.
So Asher,
An elk?
I did it. And
You did?
I told them, and they asked to, I think that there's just a lot going on. They just don't want to talk about it. So I hope
Really?
you can respect their wishes and not mention it in front of them.
Keth. Keth, I'm dumb. I'm not that dumb.
No, we went over it. It was really hard.
You laughing, Mikey, is the best accentuation to that. It was really hard.
Listen, Keth.
Yeah, sure.
I was mad yesterday, and I'm gonna trust you, in that you're gonna tell them, but I can't ever force you to tell them. So if you're telling me that you told them, I'm going to act as though you've told them.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, and hopefully, just they just don't want you to bring it up or anyone to bring it up and talk about it right now.
They don't want, or you don't?
Well, I mean, I definitely don't want to talk about it, but I think there's just a lot going on. We got to concentrate on other things right now.
Well,
I can't tell if this is in character laughing or Mike laughing.
I can't imagine why I was not sure if you'd be able to carry the same energy from last week into this scene.
I was just going to say that. I was just there.
All right, Keth. Let's go to dinner. And I won't bring it up, but everyone knows now, right?
But I'm gonna really need you to continue to help me out and find food, because I just have been striking out there, which is a term that I don't know.
Then why did you use it?
I don't know. It's just a lot of weird things been happening to me.
All right. Well, I'll while dinner's going on, I'll just tell them I'll be late because I got to go hunting for you.
Yeah, that's fine. I appreciate it.
Sure.
So, additionally, Keth, when you fed, you were there were two levels to this, right? You were sated in that in the moment you could feel that you weren't hungry anymore, and you could feel fulfilled by the power that you drew from this, and you felt that weakness that was racking you fade away. That weakness has not returned. You are hungry again, but it is not dire like it was then. So you feel like after 24 hours, you're starting to feel that hunger return, but you think it would probably have to be a few days of not feeding before you felt impacted by it.
Okay.
But you can still eat every day. That's fine. You're welcome to do that.
So, do you want me to go go hunt for you, or?
You know what? That can wait. Let's just have a nice meal together with everybody, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone who knows that you're a vampire, but doesn't want to talk about it.
Right. We set something up later to talk about it in full, but until then, let's just not
okay.
mention it any more than I've already mentioned it. Definitely.
All right. But I will talk about the meeting to talk about it later with them.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
And Keth
We'll
runs
talk
into
about
the other
meeting
room
that we have to...
before Asher.
Okay.
Asher just walks into the other room.
Yeah. Before Asher gets in there. EllisonJennuvera, I really got to talk to y'all after dinner. Big Many Pennies meeting. It's really important.
If it's super important, it doesn't have to wait. We can do it now.
Yeah, dinner's not even ready yet.
Oh, and Keth looks around. It's like,
Hey guys, I'm here.
Oh, I'm glad, Asher. Keth said there's a really important Many Pennies meeting that we got to have right now.
Oh yeah, we got to recap the thing that you guys already know.
right, Gebeddo?
Asher makes big eyes at Keth.
Who else is in the room aside from Gebeddo?
So Redbridge is in the room. Kaelith has just come in from a portal, like he stumbled his way in. He's like checking over the portal area that he has set up, and that's it right now. Just the two of them.
Yeah, Gebeddo, Jennuvera, Asher. Can we head into the other room? I just have to. I just need to talk to y'all. I put this off.
Yeah.
Asher's gleeful look disappears because now he feels like a dick.
Yep.
You're not quitting, right?
Where are we when we're?
You're just like you're still
walking,
just standing
we're
out.
heading-
Yeah, walking.
Yeah, we're heading into the room.
Absolutely not. I'm in this until the very end, and Keth keeps going into the next room.
He shuts the door. I'm quitting.
Surprise.
I put in my
This
2
is
weeks
the
notice.
end.
I'm gonna go work with Omen now.
So the
Honestly,
four
2
of
weeks
you.
works. That works for our timeline. I can't imagine needing more time than that.
We'll give you a week and a half. You can take the last half as vacation.
I'll take it. Terminal vacation. That's fine.
Then they don't have to pay you out. So you get inside. The four of you get inside. Shut the door. And it is just the four of you.
But Gebeddo, it's not that simple. Something happened
Wait.
on the battlefield. So
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, Jennuvera, you saw Evelyn and I right before pulling her away. She passed something on to me. She had fallen. I thought she was dying. I gave her some of my blood. And
Oh my God, Keth, if you're a vampire, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little jealous.
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, wait. You're a vampire
That's
now?
the coolest thing I've ever heard. I thought maybe because she was thanking you and you were very you didn't look good. But like I thought, well, maybe because everyone didn't look good because we were in the middle of a war, and then
Jennuvera, I'm not a vampire.
when you just
But I don't.
Wait,
Okay.
you're not?
I don't know. Something she passed on to me, but right before we went in to fight Gorm, she told me that it's different. It's not
like a disease. Like, are you sick?
kind of.
You have asked me to get you things to eat blood. You've asked me to get you blood.
Yeah, there's that.
You told
That
Asher?
feels
Well,
he did. That's yeah.
I needed his help. I couldn't. I needed to feed. I needed food, and I don't need food. I'm a monk. Like, I don't need food or water or sleep. Like, I just don't need that. But all of a sudden, I had this hunger, and I needed blood.
That sounds like a vampire, dude.
That
Sounds
sounds
like
like
a
a vampire.
Like, I know you said no, but like,
Was she being euphemistic? Was she saying she passed something on to you, but really just meaning she turned you into a vampire?
Kind of
What's
sounded like
euphemistic?
it's just there's like
It just means like a nicer way to say something, like a less dramatic way to say
less
it.
straightforward.
That feels like Evian.
yeah. She made it sound like it was like some kind of club. I had to be initiated and all that stuff. So like I didn't get initiated, Jennuvera. So I'm not officially in the vampire club. So you don't have to be jealous.
I didn't know it was a club.
So you're not stronger?
Yeah, and can you turn into a bat and fly, or mist?
Yeah.
Do you
Can you
hate
do
the sun?
magic?
No, I'm.
Are you faster?
Show me your teeth.
I get
Oh gosh, show me your teeth.
Show us your
the
teeth.
sun hurts more,
Smile.
and
Smile.
Keth just like bares his teeth.
And so you guys have interacted with a few vampires, and vampires, as you know, have pretty pronounced fangs. Keth kind of has a little bit of like pronounced teeth anyway as a half-orc. Like they've got some fangness to them just on their own. And you do notice that he has maybe the smallest vampire fangs you've ever seen in terms of the compared to other vampires.
Are they?
Cute little vampire fangs. They're like baby teeth. They're your baby vampire teeth.
Yeah, maybe they'll grow in, bud.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
fall out and you'll get new ones.
I mean,
They're so cute.
they're
I
really
don't.
cute.
I don't. I don't care. No, that's not why I brought you in here.
Oh, there's something more?
Yeah. What else then?
Wait, I didn't know about the third thing.
Yeah, I just need to talk about it. I've put it off, and I did something terrible, and Gorm was supposed to be it, right? Like, we beat him, we win. We beat him, we're done. Jebeddo, you get to go home. Jennuvera, you get to grow up and be a fucking adult. You're so young. And Asher, you get to find the Jeff of your dreams, or you know.
Aw, that's nice to think about.
Yeah. But
What do you mean you did something terrible? What did you do?
It seems like you just helped Evian.
so when I combined my orc bone with Gorm's transmutation orc stone that he was using, I was trying to convince Uthral to help me stop the draining of the power from it, to stop that, at least that particular aspect of the ritual. But it didn't work. Gorm started using Uthral, drawing his power, and he was at full power. So it was empowering this ritual that, I mean, you saw Gorm. Like, he crushed Verdum like nothing. Like, he was... I would have done anything to stop him. He was our last step in all of this. So when I saw Uthral being drained, Uthral being used like that, I bit him and drained his power and killed him.
You killed a god?
You ate a god.
Yeah,
And you don't feel more powerful?
I mean, I do, but that's not the point. No, again, that's not the point. Like, this is fucking awful. Like, I killed one of my own, and he was an innocent. Like, he helped us. He was one of the reasons that we're here, that we got as far as we did, and now Gorm isn't even it. Gorm's gone, and what do we have to show for it? The world is covered in shadow, and that's it. Like, we fucking lost. Like,
Keth, I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but that's 2 now that you've killed.
what?
Yeah, you killed the. You remember the bone guy who was like, "One more, I find a collection."
I mean, yeah.
You are. If you were an
Like-
orc god, your god name would be God Killer.
I hope not. That's cheesy.
Yeah, I should not be given the right to name things.
I will say,
No, you shouldn't, Asher.
It always ends poorly.
it feels like super orky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like I don't know a ton of orcs, but the ones we met in the woods, it seemed like they would have been super pumped about that. Maybe there's a way to tap that power?
I mean, I haven't tried. It worked at least. You know, the stone stopped working. So maybe I
Keth,
do have a little. What? Yeah,
we all destroyed beautiful things. We had to. We had to do what we had to do, and Asher crushed one of my dragon dad's skulls.
I did not do that.
Jebeddo sucked the undead life out of one of the, and I took the soul of a unicorn horn. Like, I don't know how else to describe how it felt when I was draining it dry. Like, we destroyed beautiful things that were being used for pure evil. And if you hadn't, then Gorm would have won harder than he did. And I hope that your guilt is eased in time.
Also, I never thought this was the end, fighting Gorm. You know, I think Turtle Island with Hallie really nailed that home for me, that this shadow fight was coming, and it was ours to deal with, and it was gonna have to happen. The fact that we had to do so much to kill Gorm didn't it didn't make it feel like that could be the end anyway. It just made me realize how much more we're going to have to lean on each other to actually end this.
You sacrificed a lot to make sure that we wouldn't fail preventing Gorm from rising Hayrix. We succeeded. Hayrix did not rise, I think. But now we have the other problem tenfold. We didn't completely fail, and everything you sacrificed, all the things you feel bad about and feel guilty about, I can't help you with that guilt, but you did what you had to do to get us to be able to walk out this door in 3 very boring days.
Yeah, we're here because of that move, dude.
Honestly,
and we might need you to tap that later to keep us here for longer.
You've killed 2 gods. Let's add a 3rd. Let's,
yeah.
I hope he's not a god. That would be really complicated.
I guess having Hayrix awake would have been a god shadow god creature
So much worse.
Could have been worse. Yeah.
So much worse.
Bright side, I suppose. No, I appreciate y'all, and I love you, and thank you for not, I guess, just being disgusted with all this and me scarfing deer guts on the
I've
the
done
DL.
weirder, bud.
Yeah.
I've done way weirder.
If anything, I'm just upset you haven't shared it. Not you, Asher. That's gross and weird.
But not surprising, right?
Well,
No, I mean,
I wouldn't have felt so alone.
I just wish you had told us sooner so that we all could have helped.
Yeah.
But also,
Are you guys coming to dinner?
Oh, it's ready?
Yeah, we can wait.
Keth's like, y'all, let's go have a nice meal. And
should we ask him to like save the blood for you, bud?
I think
Or like make blood sausage? We can have like blood sausage tomorrow.
I'm good for now. I don't know how often this thing's gonna rear its weird head, but I'm good for now. Thank you.
Don't forget, like, Evian was the High King, and she was a vampire as fuck. So, like, nobody's gonna be weirded out by this.
Yeah, it just sucks, but we'll I guess we'll figure it out just like we've figured out everything else.
Gebeddo's gonna turn to Jennuvera and be like, he can't even fly because of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not like jealous as I guess I mean, yeah. I'm not jealous of you, Keth. That was a poor choice of words in my heat of the moment.
Yeah, it honestly sounds like I got all the shitty parts of being a vampire and none of the good parts.
It kind of sounds like you got the worst
Yeah.
parts.
And if I wasn't a
You're
monk,
like
None of
half
the cool
vampire.
if I wasn't a monk, like I'd just be like a normal dude who just ate blood. But otherwise,
That's what it seems
but
like.
now I'm kind of just immortal and I eat blood, so that's kind of cool.
Are you sure you can't? How many times did you try turning into mist though?
To be honest, 0, because I've just been in
Keth.
my head the last.
Turn into mist.
Okay, and Keth just like bears down.
while he's got his eyes closed and his like face all scrunched up, Gebeddo's gonna like root around through like whatever belongings we have to try to find a frilly shirt for him.
for Keth?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
tries-
It's small for him, but
Keth tries to turn to mist. What happens?
yeah, nothing. Nothing happens when you try to turn to mist. You're bearing down real hard on nothing.
Gebeddo pulls out the frilly shirt and he's like, I've seen a bunch of vampires wear these, you could try this. And he just hands him the shirt.
Keth shrugs, puts it on.
Maybe their power comes from their fashion.
Yeah. Frilly shirt power.
They
Yeah,
are
that
arcane.
kind of feels appropriate that you're the vampire of us.
because I'm the fanciest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think of it like
Yeah.
that. But that's kind of cool. That makes me feel better.
You could have like really you could have more capes.
Yeah,
Your cape is already really weird,
but
but now you could have like a weirder cape.
And
Do you put on the tight frilly shirt?
yeah. I put on the.
Is that
tight frilly
Evian's?
shirt.
How is that even fitting on you?
What happens?
Nothing. You have a tight frilly shirt on now.
Yeah, Gebeddo opens the door as soon as the last button that he can button gets buttoned.
Yeah.
I
Let's
assume.
Yeah,
go
it's
to
like-
dinner.
It's pulling tight, like on the
yeah, yeah.
buttons. You can
Very
see
Fabio.
his chest. Yeah.
Keth keeps it on and goes out to dinner.
Cool. Yeah. You're straining the seam at the shoulders as you go and you sit at the table. Redbridge just looks at you, like, shakes her head and walks off to grab more food, slides an extra ale in front of Gebeddo, and then continues on. As they announce that dinner is coming, a few other people who are here but were, in the wings or whatever, come out. The Magic Man and Iron Shaper are among the two who come out, and they have a seat as well. I think Magic Man sits next to you, Jennuvera.
Yeah, he does.
And he's eating food. But every time he eats, he has to like examine it. Like he's still trying to figure it out. He also you've asked him, he doesn't have to eat, but he finds it really interesting. Oh, Jennuvera, this mutton is very stringy today.
That's a good new food vocab word.
You can see the little. He's got two chunks of meat that are attached by a little sinew, and he's dangling them in front of him. He's like, "Look, look."
Yeah, you're right.
Asher's pleased.
Gebeddo can't shake the feeling of work, and so he drinks half his ale in one go and puts it down in front of him, and he looks across the table at Iron Shaper, and he's like, "All right, here's the deal. We need protection against the shadow. They do this thing when they hit you, they multiply their effects on you, and it gets stronger and stronger the more that you are in combat with them. And so we need. Can you make armor with a purpose in the same way that you did weapons?"
You can make armor with a purpose, yes. It's a process, but it can be done.
Can we get and he looks around for Constance or anyone, and he's like, "Can we get Visong back here? Can we leverage some of that shadow expertise to build an armor that helps us against that?" It sucks at you until you. I don't know how would you guys describe it?
It's like constantly weighing on you, and someone's constantly putting more and more things on you as you fight it. It just makes you feel heavier and heavier and heavier until it goes away. Or
but it feels like it takes your spirit to fight against it, right? It's I don't know how to.
To be honest, I don't have much experience with getting hit before this, so my point of reference is just that it hurts a lot.
Yeah, and then the only way to get rid of it is if we get knocked out,
or we survive it.
Yeah, or
right?
we can
wait,
force our
Keth,
will.
Have you? Yeah, I was gonna say, have you never shaken it off?
I've become close, I think. But yeah, I know what you mean as far as it feels like it takes our will, or in order to just keep it at bay. But every time I wake up, after one of those battles, I also that cures it.
It sounds to me, from what you're describing, that this power is not one that it's happening inside you as the shadow takes hold, not something that an armor would stop, per se. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
You're not getting cut.
It's think about it you have a bad meal, and then someone gives you another bad meal while you're still trying to process that bad meal, except externally, and they just keep giving you bad meals.
Yeah.
And I immediately feel
Iron
bad
Shaper,
about looking at the sinewy mutton.
not all armor solely protects against cuts.
Certainly not.
Oh, and Gebeddo runs to his room and pulls out the Magebane armor from the
Where is
bag of
Gebeddo
holding,
going?
and runs back in immediately. like this, but
Whoa, look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me see that.
yeah,
And he reaches out.
he hands it over.
Who is working this?
The King of Thieves, the old one.
It is an intoxicating metal. I can hear its resonance. It's like it is singing to me. The craftsmanship on this is beautiful. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we can melt this down. We can rework this in some way. It's possible we could use this metal to try to focus it on magic of shadow. But I don't think it'll work quite the same way as this does. It sounds like this shadow stuff is particularly nasty, so once it takes hold in you, I don't know that there is much we'll be able to do. But maybe what we can do is create some armor that will defend against the attack as it comes in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything's gonna help us.
Now, here's the only problem. And he, hefts up the breastplate and, clunks it down onto the table. He's like, none of you wear armor like this.
No.
No. I
don't
wear
get to
armor
work
like
out my
this,
wings.
and I point at my armor.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
This is going to take me some time to try to figure out a way to make armor like you wear that incorporates this and to still be effective. I'll work on it as fast as I can, and this is obviously important, but I don't know what we're going to get out of it.
That would
It's an interesting challenge. I'm already sketching stuff out here.
be amazing, Iron Shaper. Any help we can offer you, and maybe if Visong shows up, maybe he can consult with you.
Something else I wanted to mention. I noticed. I didn't want to. I want to give you some time to rest a little bit before we talked about it, and if you want to keep waiting, that's fine too. But it looks like your weapons have gone dormant.
Could you hear them?
Oh God!
Oh my god.
It is.
Please say no.
What?
What do you mean?
Mine?
Of course I hear them. I hear all magic items that come to me. There is a resonance, a feeling of completeness, a feeling of energy that emits from them.
Yeah. What?
Did you get straight up horny from my sword?
What?
Horny?
Well,
What?
that's all I'm saying. Like my
Yours
sword was
too?
Yes.
Mine was like
Wait.
weird free.
Horny?
Mine
Hold
was
on.
just my best friend.
Hold
Mine
on,
just
hold
like
on,
to
hold on,
fight.
hold on. Okay, things are getting a little, maybe not the direction I was intending here. When you say yours was your best friend, Jennuvera, can you clarify that for me, please?
Oh, yes, I can. I'm sorry. Asher, Jebeddo, Keth. I didn't mean my best friend. I just meant he was like a best friend. He was like a best friend.
Jennuvera.
Okay, no, see, there you found the part that I need clarification here. You're referring to it as like a person?
Jennuvera,
Was it
I've
you
had
just
no
said
illusion.
you felt?
I've never
you
thought you were
felt-
my best friend, but I really like you, and I'm glad our relationship has evolved in a way because it was real touch and go for a while.
Yeah, thanks for looking out for us, Iron Shaper.
No, okay, I'm still really trying to figure out what's going on here with these.
I
If we could
mean
just
that,
focus.
that like when we would chat, it was like good, like fun conversation. And when you said,
That's where I'm. You chatted with You chatted with the weapon?
Yeah, you just said you heard them, and now you can't hear them anymore, and we can't hear them anymore either.
Yeah. I chatted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard them in the same way I hear this breastplate here.
Oh, what's it saying?
Or I hear
what-
the armor.
Is it horny?
No, what? No. There's no words. It's like a feeling, like a sensation, like a resonance that comes from magic items that I can
yeah.
read and understand.
yeah. Mostly, like,
ours weren't out
moaning.
loud either.
Right, yeah. Mostly moaning and, like, groaning and a lot of every time I stab something.
Nope.
That's weird.
Nope.
Jamal.
Really?
Mine was
Yeah.
really,
Yours
yours was really
sounds
like
weird.
bloodthirsty, but like probably horny too.
Okay. This is okay.
Keth just looks at his
Like,
hands.
I would say, hey, good job, Ataha. That was a really great spell you just cast. And he would say, oi, I love being magical.
Wow.
In it.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
so
that accent?
weird.
Yeah.
Good accent.
No, I should be very clear. I have never heard words from any weapon, armor, or magic item. It is more like intonation and feeling. It is resonance and power. It's like viewing the aura of the weapon, which is why I know that yours are less brilliant than they once were. I don't mean to say that I
mean, mine was really dumb.
Hold on, it
mine
talked
was
to you?
extremely dumb. I would never have called it brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know. Brilliant seems a little
Ataha
far.
was very clever.
Do you know how many sentient weapons there are in existence?
At least
5.
4.
I mean,
Yeah, 4
Oh,
less.
right, 4.
4 less now.
Yeah, none now. It's none now. None is the answer now. And I would have told you it was none a week ago. What? Are you kidding me?
You made well,
yeah, we just
you
assumed you
made
knew.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Huh.
Like,
I
I just
have-
assumed that the big blade you made talked to Evian when she was trapping.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the Kingslayer was like. I bet the Kingslayer was super horny.
Oh,
and it was super weird.
Probably so horny.
Like it had to be, right?
I mean,
What's
it was.
the deal with your weird
Slaying
horny
some
swords?
king, baby. Let's go sling some. Let's go slay some king.
Can we have a cutscene, please? Evian approaches Gore.
Evian's just like, I hate this fucking sword.
I can't believe I'm wait to die.
High King.
I can't wait to die.
Thank God this will be over soon.
He's like, sucks. Every time you talk about these weapons, I don't understand how he did it, and I know that he is me, and that's the worst part. It's like, why? It's like if you look at someone and you think, I should be able to do anything they can do, why can't I? And then also that person is you.
Sometimes you have to look at a person who is you, but you're an evil monster and you have to kill them.
Yep.
So, like, it could be worse.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take
Like,
your
at
word
least you
for
didn't
it.
have to. At least you didn't have to murder alternate you.
True. I
Yeah, I
didn't
don't-
have to do that.
Yeah.
Some,
Could be worse.
I don't know.
Iron
I'm
Shaper.
just trying to.
I hear that struggle, Iron Shaper, and I can't relate to it. I am the best one of me that I've met, but you know, I'm jealous of a lot of people for doing a lot of different things all the time.
I bet none of us making a talking sword.
No, but you know, Keth can reach the top drawer.
I can't do that either.
But my point is that, like, you got time, man. You're still alive. That guy's dead as shit.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That's also real weird. I'm going to get started on this, though. Let's see what we can do with this. He picks up his plate and he picks up the armor under one arm and he just like walks off toward his workshop area. Hey, he's not going to leave his food.
Yeah.
He's got food to eat. Jennuvera, you look back and there's just a string of meat hanging out of the Magic Man's mouth. His hands are just covered in stuff. And he's like, "Oh, Jennuvera, I was hoping we might have a word."
Yeah, of course. Now?
Yeah, I think it would probably be for the best.
Yeah, I'm not super hungry anyway.
He just looks down at his hands.
It's like covered in
and
gravy.
Oh, they're just like covered. He just like makes a wiping motion and everything is cleared off of him.
Cool.
And he stands up and walks toward one of the side rooms.
Yeah, Jennuvera goes in.
It's really cute that he doesn't know how to eat yet.
I love that he's trying.
It's so fun. It's really funny when he just picks up meat and just squishes it, and everyone looks at him, but I'm just laughing.
I like
Because
that.
I
Have
used to
you
be the one
seen-
without manners, and now he's the one without manners. It feels great.
Have you seen Patrick lately?
Oh.
So you go into the room with the Magic Man, Jennuvera, and he sits down. He's just got a couple of chairs set up next to a small table. And he says, "Please, Jennuvera, sit.
She sits.
I cannot help but notice in your conversations you've been having that there's a feeling of, well, a feeling of darkness around you, Jennuvera, and I am worried for you."
Oh, you don't have to be worried. I mean, if anyone gets it, it's you, right? When you came back, you know what it's like to lose.
Yes. I think in some ways I know better what it is to lose than I do what it is to win these days.
And you can be sad about it. And a lot of times it seems like you still are. I just don't really know how to fix it.
What is fixing it to you, Jennuvera?
It's a great question. I mean, a good start would be closing back up whatever doorway to Shadow has been opened and clearing it from Onmaneth. But that he feels like such an insurmountable task when we don't even know what we're working with.
When I was sent here and cut off from all that I knew, the power that I drew from... He pauses for a second, like he's trying to form a word in his mouth. From Salius was absent. It was like I was an empty shell, a husk. I felt like there was no purpose to me anymore. Like my point, my existence was gone. My meaning, empty. And in the time since then, it was a struggle to find what I was here to do, who I was meant to be. But it was you, Jennuvera, you and your friends who showed me that there was more that needed to be done, who showed me that my purpose could lie beyond what I might think it was to be. but other things needed to take precedent. It was you who showed me that there would be time to mourn my loss and time to get things done. I cannot imagine the unimaginable pain that you are in. I too have seen pain, but these people, this world, it does not belong to me as it does to you.
I just don't know if it'll ever be done. And, Keth reminded me of that this morning. We thought we were done, and there's just something else, and there's always going to be something else. If we close the shadow, what's next? It doesn't feel like there's ever going to be a break.
My people live a very long, long time compared to your people. To my people, we live a regular amount of time. Our lives are filled all the time with the ever churn of politics and difficulties amongst the gods on the court. It is not a thing we speak of often, but there have always been machinations at play. But for you, the effects you see take hundreds of years, because everything is relative to your own time span you have. The people on this plane, you make things happen, you change, you shift, you grow. And now there is something that this world needs more than anything, I think. That is a chance to grow. A chance to live. What you do, you cull the darkness away so that what is left might begin again. That is what you did with me, Jennuvera. You cut away the parts of me that were ready to die, and you let me begin anew. And it was you and the other Many Pennies who are capable of such changes. And it will be you and the Many Pennies who are capable of doing it again. Do not lose hope, Jennuvera. That is all that you have to hold now. But it is so potent. Things look bleak, for sure. But you can be that beacon.
Thanks.
He hugs you.
She cries a lot. But, less.
Hey everyone, just a couple quick reminders. If you like the show, don't forget to tell your friends. And you can head over to patreon.com/AdventureInc and become a patron as well. You can also head to our website, adventureincpod.com, for links to our social media and the store where you can find t-shirts, stickers, and more. That's all. We'll see you next week.
How many hit points do you guys have?
141.
Enough.
How many?
121.
Still more than me.
Yes.
I should hope so.
Finally. It was weird when you had the most hit points on the team.
It was.
That's not how it should work.
I don't think that's ever been the case.
It was. I mean, it was because Mikey was doing his math wrong.
I'm pretty sure I should have the mouth right now too. But I'm too stubborn to admit or to ask again. Never.
I love this.
Serious business.